The Russell Brand cancellation just keeps rolling on every single platform. All you see is that YouTube demonetized him. Of course, the media just went on a complete blitz all week and just eviscerated him. And we know it's over politics. We know that he's spoken out against the COVID vaccines. He's spoken out about the election in 2020. And they don't want him having a spot where he can actually influence what's going on in 2024. There was a shock poll that just came out with Trump 10 points ahead of Biden already, because Biden is just losing his mind out there. You could tell he's just a frail, feeble person who just barely can even think. They have to inject him with something in order to get him up there to give these speeches at this point. It's really sad. It's kind of elder abuse in a lot of ways. And Trump is out there, and of course, he's a symbol of what was taken, because I firmly believe that the 2020 election was stolen. And I think most Americans firmly believe that too. And it was done through COVID. And people like Russell Brand like to talk about that. Thank you, YouTube, for updating your policies, for allowing me to say that without getting censored. That's nice. But the other censorship is happening around. And of course, so Russell Brand made a video in a response to that to be like, go to Rumble, please, because Rumble is going to allow me to speak my mind. They're not going to just censor me because of who I am. And that's what YouTube did. They didn't censor him because of any of his political stuff. They just said that because of the accusations, they don't want to monetize him. That's absolutely crazy to think about these days. He hasn't gone into trial. He hasn't been in front of a court of law or anything like that. Just accusations in a newspaper. And this is how they do it. This is why they do it, because the accusation is enough these days. You're supposed to just believe all women, and that's how it is. It's really sad to watch, of course, when this is obviously politically motivated, and these corporations have so much power just to take away people's livelihoods at the drop of a hat. It gets very scary. But now Rumble's having similar problems, and this is what happened today. A firm pulls its ads from Rumble's platforms over Russell Brand videos. Burger King, ASOS, and HelloFresh removed their ads from the site in wake of allegations about the comedian. So the corporations are all in on it together. They all operate in this culture of fear together, where it's just a mob mentality. And of course, they have to cancel any platform that's associated with him, and then anybody else who's associated. It goes down the line over and over again. And this is how cancel culture has gotten so strong, because these corporations are all tied in together. They all have the same investors who are trying to make these pushes to cancel people who they don't like their narratives of. And it happens every time. A number of large companies have pulled their advertisements from the video platform Rumble, where Russell Brand broadcasts his weekly show. In the week since the allegations of rape and sexual assault against the comedian came to light, the news movement reported on Friday that Burger King, ASOS, and Barbican, and HelloFresh, the recipe box delivery service, have removed their ads. Brand has 1.4 million followers on the platform. YouTube suspended Brand's ability to earn money on the platform on Tuesday, but Rumble has rejected calls to do the same. Good on Rumble. On Friday, Brand said that the moves to block him from receiving advertising revenue from a video on social media platforms have occurred in the context of the online safety bill. On Thursday, Rumble accused a parliamentary committee of deeply inappropriate behavior after Caroline Dinenage, the conservative chair of Culture, Media, and Sports Committee, wrote a letter to the company's chief executive, Chris Pawlowski, to express concern that Brand may be able to profit from his current content on the platform. Well, people should be able to make their own content and make their own wares and profit from them. That's a good thing. People shouldn't just have their complete ability to make a living for themselves and their families removed just because somebody makes some accusations in a newspaper. That's sick. It is something that's just absolutely disastrous and destructive in our culture. It needs to change. I don't know how to make it change until people are willing to stand up against this kind of thing, until places like Burger King feel the social pressure that we're just not going to go to Burger King if they're going to do this kind of thing. Then that's the only way things are going to change, because they're just fearing the woke mob right now. Burger King wants to appease them because they think the woke mob's going to boycott them, and they're not really worried about us. Maybe it's time, because Bud Light really worked. We destroyed that company by just not buying their products. Target, their stocks are way down after what happened with the summer. Maybe these companies need to be next. I know Russell Brand's a little bit harder of a cause to just get behind for a boycott for things like this, but it needs to happen. These companies need to know that they just can't cancel people over nothing. Otherwise, it's going to keep occurring, and it's so important. So take note, and then don't give money to people who hate you. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.